Never meant to cause you any sorrow. Never meant to cause you any pain. I only wanted one time to see you laughing. Imagine all the people living for today. We can be heroes just for one day. We can be heroes just for one day. Honey, I know times are changing. It's time we all reach out for something new. That means you. You say you want a leader, but you can't seem to make up your mind. Imagine all the people living for today. We can be heroes just for one day. We can be heroes just for one day. We can be heroes just for one day. Purple rain, freedom, freedom, freedom. Gotta give what you take. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Gotta give what you take. We can be heroes just for one day. We can be heroes just for one day. We can be heroes just for one day. One day. Purple rain, crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain?
It's the best way to get. Look at the eye gap on that. You could split her in half like a fucking popsicle.
This is going in the podcast, just so you know. Oh yeah, I always say I'll just edit the first part out, and then usually I just kind of fade in. I put a song and I fade it. Fade in, motherfucker.
I already forgot I was on a podcast. Fuck.
This is gonna be interesting. Oh my fuck, this is.
I would just go the other way.
Okay.
As long as you're heading up the hill, you're heading up the hill.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Yep.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Fuck it, Chuck. Football.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Which hill? I never know which street to turn up. The one right by the Irving?
If you go up like any street, really, you'll end up at the top of Fredericton.
Yeah, you just want to be up there, and from there I can get you there.
Okay, so I'll just go this way then. We'll just see what happens.
Yep, you'll be fine. Everything, it's all.
One time I did it, I was like, I want to go on the other street, and then I don't know, and then.
End up crossing the bridge, going to the north side.
No, that's that way. I know
Everything's
that.
gridded out. If you just go the direction you need to go, you'll be fine.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it really isn't that bad. Like,
There's a few ones that don't. Like, there'll be a street you're like, I want to go across town, and it doesn't go all the way.
Ends.
Yeah,
Like,
that sucks, but that's rare. More often than not, you just go which way you want to go.
It's actually better than St.
Oh,
John's.
so much better. St. John's a fucking
I know
mess.
St. John's. That's the only reason.
I know St. John decently,
though.
and I can still get lost in it.
Moncton, I feel like Moncton's the worst for me.
Oh yeah, it's just sprawling.
And a lot of French people, and I know a lot of French people.
Why can't you help me? Oh.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
It's like because they never say oui.
Oui, oui.
Oui.
Oui, oui.
Wah.
Right? Like, I asked them for directions, and they're like, oh, comment ça va?
Well, you don't know French. Really, though. This is New Brunswick. Speaking.
Actually, I do. I have my bilingual certificate, but
Yeah, that means jack
Yeah, it
shit.
means
It doesn't
nothing.
mean fucking anything.
I remember my buddy fucking tried to pull that shit at an interview, and he still has the job. I don't know how, but his boss bitched to me that he doesn't know French. I'm like, duh, that certificate doesn't mean anything.
it's
It really doesn't.
But he was willing to roll with it. He's like,
that's
yeah, I'm
not
bilingual.
your French.
You're supposed to renew it every fucking
Yeah, it's
2
so many
years,
years,
right?
Yeah. No.
Like, I was in early
was doing
immersion.
that.
I just sucked at school because of it. That's all that I did. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I accomplished was doing an extra year of high school. That's what French got me.
Well, because once you fucking get to high school, everything is in English.
They
except,
switched
like,
everything,
French class.
so then I failed a bunch of classes because everything was different again, and I was like, oh, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I did fine in just English class, I did fine in just French class. But once math switched over, and science, and history, and
I don't
everything.
see. That's why I didn't do it, because like you're gonna go to university missing a lot of knowledge, unless you want to go to a French school. But that's
Do you want the heat on to know what's going on?
what?
You
Yeah, I just turned it
on.
on to get rid of these streaks.
Oh.
It'll
Yeah, I don't care that much.
I do. I don't know. I like
I
seeing
can do the white because I don't want the background noise that goes.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, that's right. Yeah, I
Sounds
got
like a Steve Fudge podcast. All of his podcasts are done in cars, except for your guys'.
Yeah, that was
All right, where do I go?
bad
This
idea.
street doesn't go all the way.
shit.
Go right.
All right, I can go left too. Also,
Yeah, you can go either way.
is this a stop sign?
Yeah.
It's a flashing light. I think I just
I
rolled
used to
past the stop
fucking.
sign. Fuck it. I'll go this
Right
way.
away.
The street.
I'll go this way. All right, fuck it. Intro time. Keen Appeal, episode 11, but we can say episode 10 because nobody listened to the one I did by myself last week.
I didn't even know you did one by yourself last week.
Exactly, because nobody gave a shit.
Did you share it?
I think so. Yeah, it automatically shares now too. It also shares to YouTube, but I don't know how to watch it.
What?
No video, just audio, but that was an option, share to YouTube. And I said, okay. And then it said, you need to confirm your account. And I said, okay. And then I have no idea how the fuck to find it because it's not on my account.
Oh, it's not on your YouTube account. It's just like randomly posted
That's
there.
why I was
there
like, I
on
don't know
YouTube.
what that
You
means.
just gotta find it somewhere. Yeah, good luck, bitch. Now you gotta
And
find it. We
any-
uploaded it. That's what you asked for.
Anytime I type Keenan Peele, it's fucking, did you mean Key and Peele?
Yeah,
And it's
that's a
Comedy Central
bitch.
clips. It works on iTunes. It's fine on iTunes, but
Works on Google Play too.
have you played on Google Play?
Yeah, that's what I use.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Because I was
it's
like, I
fine
think it's
there.
on there, but I don't know how to look it up because I can't. My iPhone won't let me open Google Play for some reason.
I wonder.
It's racist, man. It's like they think that just because you like Asians means that you're not allowed to fuck black people. That's right. Because
I only fuck Blasians.
Asians, black Asians.
Yes.
It's a mixed, weird, dark color guy, like kind of like he's Arab or something, with a really big nose and a small dick. Or
Couldn't it be a small nose and big dick?
you know what would be the worst? The thing about it, if you had all the bad things about both of those, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a really bad driver. You have a small dick, and you get arrested often, and you have a big nose.
That's
All right,
That's a hard
racist
life.
joke. Racist jokes out of the way. Not to say that more won't happen. Driving.
I want to be black and white. That way everyone will love me.
Yeah. Oh man, being white is actually difficult now because now everyone's like, "Are you a Nazi?"
If that's the worst we have to deal with.
It's still pretty bad though.
Mostly, yeah, you
You're
just take
fucking Nazi.
crap. You take crap for things other people did, and that does suck.
You know,
But being asked if I'm a Nazi, I'm pretty good at saying no.
You know,
I've
at
been
the-
saying it a lot.
you know, at the end of July, when I did the show at the golf course, I did a joke about hating Jewish people, and then I was like, "Ah, this is a problem of the past. I can make fun of it now. It doesn't exist."
Uh-oh.
And then all of a sudden,
We're back!
a bunch of people that look like they just came from a golf course started hating fucking Jewish people again.
Really?
Not at the golf course. but
Oh,
all
I
those
thought you meant
fucking-
people walked into your... Okay. They just finish off their tea time.
Hey,
You're right, I hate Jews. That's a good joke.
what's the difference between a tiki torch and a golf club?
I don't know what.
I don't know.
That's a great setup.
Oh, fuck.
Left.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll go around the roundabout and then we'll see what happens.
Alright.
We're gonna have a fun
I
time
like
here.
practicing roundabouts, man. It's,
Oh yeah, that's everybody's
they're
favorite.
important. There's one in Hampton.
So I gotta get good at it.
And I grew up there. I used to one time when they first put it in, I drove around it 17 times. And I was like, hey, that car behind me is following me. And then I was like, hey, that car behind me is a cop.
They're like, how high is this kid? Lost.
And so then I was like, okay, I
See, I
should
don't
go to
understand
my
how that's
destination. What, a roundabout?
Yeah.
It's not about being safer. They don't give a shit about safe. They just, it replaces a light, I think.
I guess it's cheaper. Yeah.
It's, you know, no electricity. No electricity was wasted in the service of this roundabout.
Well.
PEI, I did a show on PEI, and there was like 78 roundabouts in like the 7-kilometer radius of PEI.
What the fuck?
The one spot I was like, oh man, I really wish that there was a roundabout here, because there's one intersection, it was just a stop sign. Because PEI doesn't know what traffic lights are. They
Well, expensive. Those are pricey, man.
PEI is like
They
less than
literally,
$6.
it's stop
Yep.
signs and roundabouts. And I was like, fuck, that's a roundabout here. One more, come on. I just did one, there was no other streets connected to it. I just went around in a circle, like there was only one way to go.
Why did they need a stop sign then? There's only one way to go, but you have to
No,
stop
not
anyway.
that one.
Oh, sorry.
I said I went through one and there was no other streets connected to it. I just went in a circle for
They
no
just
reason.
like making
I was
roundabouts.
like, fuck, put that one over there. And this one you can just, it seems pointless.
I
I'm
like
going the
circles.
wrong way.
I think we're heading towards like Miramichi.
Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. I should have turned off here because I pulled on the wrong spot, because fucking Fredericton. It's like, welcome to Fredericton, no more highway.
Just stops all of a sudden.
And you're like, oh. Well then, I guess I am going to the north side.
I always wanted to go to North Side Fredericton. Ugh.
The ghetto of...
Oh, I know
the
where I am.
ghetto of pretentious fucking
We're not too
douchebags.
far out. There might be an exit.
Yeah, we just did Wilser's room. Comedy at the Wilser's room. That's the
There is going to be an
moral-
exit coming up on the right.
That's the moral of this story. Yeah, I know. Down by the...
Yeah, cold crowd.
Down by the school,
Yeah.
the fucking Renaissance College is down here somewhere.
Forest Hill. Take you back to the bottom of Fredericton.
Just where we came from, right?
Yeah, we're going to go back up the hill
Can I
again.
drive down
Thanks, Matt.
Green Street again?
Yeah, I don't know. No.
Anyways, yeah, what did you... Oh, yeah, Dan, you took the bullet, and that was fucking weird. I thought, not that you took the bullet, but just the fact that Phil did literally 30 seconds before he brought you up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
people weren't even like... There's people
I
that
didn't even know
weren't
we were
even like...
starting. Like, I
Yeah, I
just
know,
fucking
I-
took a piss.
I didn't know it was starting
Most of
either,
the comics
and
were
then
still outside.
all of a sudden, we're like,
what?
oh shit, I thought he was just doing a mic check, and then all
I
of a
thought
sudden
so
he's like,
too.
all right, we're starting the show.
You're good. Keep going
He
straight.
told me like 2
No.
minutes before that. Fucking.
Oh.
Okay, we're starting in like 5 minutes. Like, all right, we take this, buy a beer,
And then, yeah.
go on stage.
And you,
I was like in the middle of buying a beer and had to stop and go on stage. It was weird.
That's crazy.
also, I should say,
I like that it moved quickly.
this is
Yeah.
this is Dan Gerd, not the other Dan, not McCarthy. So that's what we call him,
the other Dan.
the not McCarthy.
The non-McCarthy.
I'm the not Richardson. He's the not McCarthy, and Sam is Sam.
Yeah, I'm a guy.
Yeah.
I'm here.
That's all that matters. I don't even need to introduce Sam because he's been on more podcasts than I have.
I'm a junkie.
Yeah, man.
I'm just kidding. I can't say no. I'm weak-willed.
I didn't ask you to be on this one, but you asked for a drive.
Yeah, you're
I was like,
welcome.
I guess by default.
fans.
By default, I know he won't shut his fucking mouth for an hour, so
No, there's no way.
he's got.
Do you want to interview Dan?
It's good to have group ones, actually. But
Yeah,
it's
until
good
they
to
get
have-
chaotic.
So that's why I do them sober. They work a lot better.
Yep.
Dan, what did you think of the crowd tonight? What was your thoughts?
It was weird. It was small and just kind of like, I mean, I've only done Wilser's once before, and it was a bigger kind of, more receiving crowd. I don't know, I just felt they were kind of quiet, I guess is what I mean by weird.
Yeah, they all came for Joe Butler.
Really?
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's what Phil was saying, but I didn't.
They went wild when they said Joe's name, and I was like, holy fuck. It was all people apparently that he knows that live in Fredericton.
Wow.
Like, if Joe wasn't there tonight, there probably would have been 4 people.
Wow.
Could have been us telling jokes to each other.
Which is, afternoons. But at least you don't
Not no mo.
Fredericton for it.
Not no mo.
Well, don't jinx us, man. Just because we had one show where with 18 comics on the lineup and they all came, they all actually showed up, so we actually had an audience.
Yep. We had 18 comics and like 5 audience members. I was like, full house.
It was like 18 comics, and there's still, for some reason, only 16 people there.
John Ford's just half. He's so short.
Yeah.
There's a couple halves. Splood was half.
Godso walked in later, and
Plus 2.
I just saw a door open. And I was like, what the fuck? Who opened that door? Harry Potter and his invisibility. Nope, never mind. Never mind. That's just Hagrid, but he's really short.
Shitty Hagrid.
Who went out second? I don't even remember the lineup.
It was John.
John Scove Nielsen.
Yeah. I fucking love John's jokes.
Yes. John did well.
And the crowd wasn't loving him either, though.
It was weird. I don't think anyone really. This is where you say nobody really bombed, but nobody really did well. So we just say that the crowd sucked. The crowd needs to learn.
This is clearly your fault.
The crowd needs to learn what's funny. That's the moral of the story, right?
Get good.
We're funny, you're a bunch of dicks.
Laugh more.
Who went third? I don't remember.
Fuck.
Oh, that other guy. I forget his name.
Paul Lewis.
Yeah, he was actually hilarious. I thought he was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's the second time he's been on stage.
I've never seen him before.
Yeah, I only saw like the last 2 or 3 jokes, probably the last half maybe. Really fucking good.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty
Clean, like
pretty good.
not clean, not clean like
Clean
like profanity, but like clean like there was no mistakes, there were no hiccups, there was no pauses or stammers. It was like he knew his shit.
You know what? I did that one time though before too, and at an open mic, I don't give a shit because you work on new stuff. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
go up
no,
and
for
give
sure.
you a perfectly polished set if half of it is garbage. I'm just gonna go up and I'm just gonna go down my list and be like, all right, you like this one, you didn't like this one, you like this one, you like this one, you didn't like this one at all. And it is what it is.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to, like, I do take that attitude sometimes, but it's kind of hard to sometimes too, like, especially when I haven't had a set in a while. Like, I don't know, I wish we had more stages to hit, because then I could just be like, okay, I wrote this today and I'm gonna go see how it does.
That's why you gotta run your own show, man.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck.
I can't run anything. I can't run my own life, man. What the fuck do you want from
Was
me?
it last week I did the Hampton show, and I just I let Drake host and I just worked some new stuff. And that was my first time testing new stuff out in like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Because the last open mic I had done was July at the Arbor. So
Fuck.
I was like, I gotta do some of this stuff.
See, but we just don't have enough. There's not enough fans. Like, if we keep setting up shows, especially keep setting up shows in St. John, eventually they're all gonna be fucking afternoons. Like,
Yep.
it's just, I don't know. And I mean, I don't mind that, but
It's, I don't know. You gotta find the right spots to set them up too. I think it would be cool if we did an open mic at the university bar.
that's a good
would
idea. I remember you telling me
Because it
before,
would bring
it's
out
solid.
university people.
Yeah, a fucking bunch of bored kids, and a lot of them might
It
actually
would
want
be
to try it.
very similar to like Wilser, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's, so I don't know. That's a thought. A thought. Did you go after Paul?
Yeah.
Sammy,
Yeah.
what was your experience? What was your thoughts?
I love a show when nothing's going well and then I get to go on, because then I just don't give a fuck. Like that whole thing with the mic stand not working, I just fucking dropped the thing. I was like, whatever. Like I just had
That was
my
the biggest
attitude
laugh you
completely
got.
changed. Yeah, it was. But yeah, no. So I enjoyed it, but the crowd wasn't into it. Like I was playing to the back of the room the whole time. Yeah, whatever. It's whatever. I definitely honed out that set a bit. I cut some things from the deluxe show and did a few things differently, and yeah, it was fine. It's fine.
Cool, man. I don't remember like any people.
I think it was Drake after Sam?
No. Maybe it was. Was it? Did Drake follow you?
for smoke immediately after, so I didn't see Drake, but yeah, it was Drake.
Yeah, so it was Drake. And I thought he did, that's probably the best I've seen him. I don't like that joke he does about midget porn. But he did a throwback to it, which made it better. It was a throwback on a laugh. I found it was very hit or miss on that specific joke. But then the throwback got a good laugh, and he had there's a few things I was like, I like that. I see what you did there. So I thought it was pretty good.
Nice.
And then I don't remember who went up after him. Arif, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck.
No, I think it was Brian.
Oh yeah. At some point, Brian got somewhere. I don't know if I saw anything new with Brian, so.
No, I don't think so either, but I love that one about the fucking step ladder. He's
Yes.
going to Canadian Tire to get a step ladder, and then he gets roped.
Yeah, he used to be a revolver. He changed it to rope, so.
Yeah, probably soften it a bit, make it a little less shocking.
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, it was still a great set.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's
I loved
kinda
it.
like
He was
that's
like,
the thing. I feel like you might have been working on something. Yeah.
I was like, Matt, what is it, Matt? I don't even remember what he said. Did they mean anything? I was like, yes. And then he's like, okay, that's my crowd work. I thought that was funny. And then it was, that's right. Then it was Arif, I think. And Arif, I always enjoy Arif.
Yeah, I thought he had a hot set. It was really similar to the deluxe one, but I feel like, I think he did the same thing as me, where he just took that set and boiled it down to the best bits, so it was popping. It was a good set.
Which is good. It's always very, very smart humor, though, so sometimes I find it goes over people's heads,
Yeah.
but I always enjoy it.
I've only seen him twice, and I fucking loved him.
I always like it, and he always throws in the right amount of crowd
And he always
work.
starts off so hot, because he always comes on the mic angry and ripping into people.
Yeah,
and then he works into his set. It's like, that is a great way to get the fucking energy going into your set.
Yeah, I feel like that's what John ended up doing today.
Yeah, I didn't see him at all. I was out.
Yeah.
And then Chris followed Arif,
Yeah.
and I caught most of his set. I enjoyed it. I went to the bathroom during it. Sorry, Chris, but I had to follow you, so I couldn't piss during my set. I
That
could
would've been
have.
funny.
I could have. It may have been better than my set. Just whip my dick out and piss on the stage. Yeah. Fuck it.
I'd laugh.
But yeah, Chris was good.
Yeah, I like Chris. I like that the new stuff he had at the beginning of it there.
What did he open? Oh,
He told me it was going to be all new. I don't know what the fuck was up with that.
No, he was planning all new leading into the like his Come Chuck Smith.
Okay.
But I know he was disappointed that he didn't go longer than he did.
Well, the laughs just weren't there. Normally, his set would be 4.5 minutes instead of 3.5.
Yeah.
Is that all he did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went by quick. But I don't know, he told 4 or 5 really good jokes and got out. That's not bad.
No, yeah. I don't even know what I did. I wrote 6 jokes down, and I was like, "This is what I'm doing. 5 minutes." And then so I followed Chris, and was very hit and miss. Mostly again to the back of the room.
Yeah. Everybody was playing to the back of the room because the front of the room was not having it.
It was weird.
There was like one girl during my set that was like laughing at everything.
The girl in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, she tried it. Last time I was there, she tried stand up for the first time.
Okay.
And inspired a joke because she was the one who brought all of her family to the show. So she brought her grandmother. And that was, I was like, oh, I've never brought my grandmother to a show. So she inspired
Was she any
that
good?
joke. She wasn't terrible. She was fucking, I think she probably did 10 minutes her first time.
Oh, shit.
It definitely could have been condensed, but she was comfortable on there.
Cool.
That being said, she was also playing in front of a bunch of her friends and family.
Right.
Sometimes I think that might make it easier. You know what I'm saying? I find I'm the most comfortable in Hampton, even though they're my worst shows, because even
You're
though
just
I don't
hanging
know
out.
everybody, I'm their guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I never did that. When people come to see me, it's like 1 or 2 people, and I just like try and pretend they're not there so I don't get distracted.
Yeah.
I find it doesn't affect me.
That last Hampton show, Drake bagged me to be on that show, and I was like, okay, bring some people, please. You're from Hampton. And he didn't bring anybody. You motherfucker. I brought, like, there was like fucking 12 people that went there to see me. I was like, why are you going to see me now? I'm doing new stuff. Go see me at a Yuck Yucks or something with him. Or at the Arbor, at least.
Yeah.
Not when I'm out, but whatever. But yeah. I hate crowds like this too when you're working new stuff. Because then you're like, I don't know if it was good or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
no, I don't care, but if I do a joke that I've done that has worked, I don't care if they don't laugh at that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's fine, it's working. But when it's a new joke, because then you have to be like, oh, was it really that bad? Try it again somewhere else and hope that they laugh.
Yeah, I'm glad I did old stuff for exactly that reason. Like, I got to work out the timing, the pacing of jokes, and not really worry about the laughs too much.
I don't think I got anything off of that lady parking on the hill.
Yeah, I like that joke. Those people are fucking assholes. But I also said that they didn't like it from the get-go, and so you should have gone the darkest route possible, because you got a few different maneuvers you can do with that one.
Yeah.
I would have just said, fuck you. You don't like this joke? Here's more.
Well, I've done that one before.
I've done that to this crowd before. Fredericton's such a fickle crowd. They choose. I feel like they're looking around at each other like, who's laughing? Can I laugh at this one? Like,
I've done that a few times. Like when I was bombing at the Avondale Resort,
yeah.
and I said a dark joke, and I was like, "Oh, not a fan of the dark material? Well, buckle up, because you're in for a treat."
It's so much fun. It's not good for anybody, but it's fun.
And then I did it when I was at Fredericton when I played at the wine bar. And
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good joke for
I don't
anybody in
remember
this car.
I don't remember what. There was one specific, because I opened the show and they didn't have a stage. They literally just had rope lights.
Yeah,
in
you
a
told me
square.
that.
And I was like, oh, I almost broke my neck stepping up onto this stage. And then I cracked a stupid joke off the bat, and then, but I said something and I just lost them. And I was like, alright. I was like, it's not going to get any better. So I just kept going, and then I just decided to go with some of my darker stuff. At that point, I was like, yeah, fuck it, why not? At this point, why waste my good stuff on it?
I just realized we skipped over Ben when we went through our.
Well, we didn't
You
even,
said dark stuff.
we didn't even finish.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But then
Speaking of dark stuff.
yeah. Oh yeah. So after, did Ben follow me,
I don't know.
I think so.
or did Mary?
Ben.
Ben. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I went out. With,
It
yeah.
was Ben. Wasn't it because?
I pretty much left after Ben's.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Ben followed me. That's right, because he was at the bar as I was walking back, and I fist bumped him. Yeah, he was. Holy shit, that was dark.
Yep.
It's like very. It was interesting. I enjoyed it. I thought 8 examples of why cheese are better than
A relationship.
a relationship. I think maybe 8 was a little too much,
Yeah.
but
But they were good.
they were all still really good.
Yeah, they were all good. There just need to be less of them. You whittle that down, it's gonna be great.
You're still eating?
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
I stopped and then I started
I
again.
want some poutine, man.
Don't air poutine, man. I'm fucking glad I got it. It's great. 2 liters and a poutine.
I was pissed off. That last pizza just made me hungry.
We had a science well, Matt had a science experiment.
Is that science? Is that what they call that?
Yep.
A science experiment. Fredericton, for some reason, has 2 pizza places directly next to each other. It reminds me of that episode of South Park. Why you put your shitty walking in my shitty
Yeah.
The 2 Asian restaurants right next to each other. That's what I kind of reminded me of. So I tried both of them, and I'm not gonna name names, but whatever the fuck Lunars or Lucy's or whatever the fuck
Luna.
Losers
Loser.
pizzas was fucking garbage.
I think that's an overreaction.
Okay, it wasn't garbage.
I ate the whole piece.
It was
No, actually, he ate half of it and gave the other half to me, and I'm keeping that for later.
it was on par. Wait, you also ate half yours?
No, I ate the whole thing.
Okay. I thought he
was
said
the
no,
only pizza I
actually,
got.
yeah. It was like very on par with like Julia's pizza in my opinion.
Yeah.
I thought the other pizza was better.
Julius is not that great.
Jack's, that was called Jack's.
Julius is great
Jack's, yeah.
for donairs when you're fucking hammered. as
Julius
Well,
puts too
anything's
much
great when you're
garlic.
hammered.
Julius puts too much garlic in their donairs.
Anyway,
Anyways, Ben McDonald's.
so we got to the bottom of that one.
cheese. Ben McDonald's and cheese. Yeah, that was. I dug it. Dug most of the set. It was very dark though. Very dark, especially for Ben.
Yeah, I mean, he told the same jokes he was gonna tell anyway, but he always brings energy to the stage, but this time it was an angry energy, and it was still funny, but it was like clearly quite different.
Yes. It was I'm pissed off, and you guys get to deal with it. And deal with it we did.
I think the anger made the gay dad jokes so good though, like just to shout that into a microphone, like a ridiculous punchline.
Oh, fuck. Was it Mary Green after Ben? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you there for Mary's, or did you go to
No,
the
I left after Ben.
Were you there for Mary's?
I was there for most of it.
Okay.
It was good. The crowd liked her.
Yeah. She's so... And I feel like a hypocrite in my time, but she's very dry.
Yeah.
But I am also dry. But it's very, very dry and deadpan, like,
I like her, like, she was robbed stuff. That, like, how
Yes.
dry she is works perfectly with that.
I thought the funniest part was that she was like, that was a joke. She had to tell people that it was a joke.
Yeah.
I was like, that's good. But it is very, I'm trying to think, there's someone that I have in mind when I think of her, but I can't. I don't know who I'm thinking of now.
Is it a real person or like a
Yeah, no, like a real, just someone. It's a jarring comment, but I can't think of who anymore. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Oh wait. Yeah, I don't know. And then
John?
Joe Butler.
Oh yeah, shit. Fuck, I miss a lot of sets then.
Joe Butler with some more new stuff. Now the new stuff, he's creeping up, man. He's gotta be at like 30 minutes by now.
Yeah,
he
told
was
me
saying
wasn't
he's
30.
around 30 minutes. Maybe a little over.
Fuck, man, we gotta keep writing, Sam
Yeah.
Lloyd.
The thing is, like, he
Can't let
told
Joe
me he
pass
doesn't
us.
write things down.
I know.
He only, like, if it's a good story, he remembers it. Like, that's fucking wild. I can't.
But it's again, he's a storyteller.
Yeah.
We are not.
Yeah. So really, he's got 6 really good jokes. But the thing is, he's batting 1,000. Like, I've never seen him do a bad joke.
But
really.
in some he can do longer. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He can make a set longer, and he can condense it down to like, and he's good at it. You know what I mean? Some
Yeah,
people
it's
take
fucking me here. I'm doing homework, you know? Like, I'm doing fucking equations, and he's over here telling stories. Fuck, it's so much more work.
It
At
is.
least I think it is from the outside.
Yeah,
It
I
looks
always-
like I'm doing a lot more work.
But I think the thing with storytelling, you need
To be likable, unlike us.
you need to have that. You know what I mean? Like, unless you want to be John Forward.
He's the Eeyore.
But John's very unique because he's the only person who's that like monotone that does storytelling. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's so few people that do that.
And for me, like you were saying about Mary, how the deadpan really worked. I didn't see the story, but the story of her getting robbed, it worked in deadpan. That's what works for John, in my opinion.
Yes,
The stories are so insane, and he's just like, yep.
yeah,
That's what
a
happened.
lot of insane
That's
and
what
dark
happened.
stories, and he just tells it so dryly, and it works perfectly.
Yeah.
Joe just has that energy, and he can tell us a story, and he brings that energy, and I think that I don't know if I could do that. Like I could write a story, but I just don't think I could deliver it the way. You know what I mean?
No.
In that way. So and I'm a joke guy too. So if I'm writing a story, it needs to be a joke heavy story, like a lot of punches.
There's a lot of there's a lot of confidence too that comes with like waiting that kind of telling a story and waiting a little longer between laughs.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I
To
know
get
I'm
another
definitely
salt
nervous
up,
of
yes. But I can't wait to see Joe Baum.
Yep.
Like, welcome to the
I
club.
can't wait to see Chris Baum.
It'll happen too, because there was, and you know it, there was a long stretch where I did not bomb.
Oh, I mean, I think we all have hot streaks.
No, but I mean, like, I started off
Oh, yeah, yeah,
first,
sure.
like, good chunk where all, like, my worst show was still very, you know what I mean? It was solid. Like,
now we're into the nitty gritty. It's like, can we
now I'm
keep
like,
producing?
fuck, I
Can
keep
we
having
keep
worse
working?
shows.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it's awesome. This is where we separate the wheat from the chaff, my friend. I think we're gonna make it. I think we're wheat, buddy. I think we're wheat.
you just put your head down and you keep on doing it, man.
I think we're like athletes now, man. It's like I just put my head down and I worked, and I worked harder than the other guy.
Keep on doing it, man. Keep on doing it.
You got more pucks in the net than the other team, so I won.
We scored more goals.
I don't know. I just put your head down, just do it, and write. Like I write 5 minutes a month. I can't guarantee that that's 5 minutes of good material a month, but I'll give you a new 5 minutes every month. It could be broken out to a couple minutes here and a couple minutes there, but I mean, what I do tonight, I probably did 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'd say 5.
I did. I think there was the joke I opened with and the joke I closed with I had done before. Everything inside was new, I believe. And then last week in Hampton, I did 8 minutes, and 6 of it I think was pretty much brand new.
Nice.
So
we got new shit rolling out this month. Fucking keep working on.
just keep on keeping on, man. Keep on keeping on.
Yeah,
I want to put out
It's
an
getting
album,
harder.
man. I want to put out an album, and it's getting harder. But
I'm not worried about it, but it's definitely becoming
I've
more of a
gotten to
grind.
this point because I worried about it for a long time, and I went through this I probably went like 6 weeks where I did not write a single joke. And
Yep.
it's just like
I had a long period, maybe a month ago.
terrified. But then I kind of got to that point where I was like, I gotta just not. I can't look at. I can't sit there and be like, I want to write a joke about this. I can just think of random different things and stuff, and something will pop into my head. And sometimes just random things will pop into my head.
Yeah, that's where I get like 3/4 of my jokes. It just came to me, and I was like, oh shit, film.
I did this joke about, though I did it last week in Hampton about being friend zoned by a girl who dated a pedophile.
Oh shit.
Which is not a real story. It's just a joke. Nothing I tell on stage is real.
Sure.
Sort of the small dick stuff and anything that's
Right at the
self-deprecating. Anything that's self-deprecating is that's all sincere. But no, I did this, and I took this premise, and it's like because I was like, I want to do a joke about friend zoning. You know, my thoughts on whether it's real, whether it's not, and just kind of give you something. And then I was like, what is the most ridiculous thing, like, for one girl to say that you're not my type, and then for her to date someone? What would be the most ridiculous person she could date? And I was like, a pedophile.
Yeah.
Because that would be hilarious. Oh man.
You got turned down for it. Wait, did she date the pedophile first or after you asked?
No, like you'd be like, oh, you're just not my type. And then she's like, a pedophile. The joke. What's the joke? The joke is like, there's this girl I know I've always had a thing for. She just said, you're not my type. So every time she brings a new guy around, I just hope that he's a dick. She's been around this new guy recently, and I was like, oh, he looks very familiar. So I decided to do some creeping. Turns out he's a convicted pedophile. And everyone was like, ooh. I was like, I know. I was so excited.
I love when you can agree with them.
And then,
Right.
I was like, this is my time to shine. So I decided to tell her. Turns out she already knew. She was like, oh, so he's got a few bad habits. Bad habits? Is that what it's called? Pretty sure it's only ever socially acceptable to molest a kid if you're really good at And then I forgot the ending of the joke, but the ending is, look, I'm just trying to look out for what's in your best interest. And she was like, I can make my own decisions. I'm not a child. And I'm like, I know. So how are you gonna get laid? Because he's a pedophile? Get it?
No. What? Am I missing something? He's not gonna get laid.
No, she's.
My fuck! I'm an idiot.
I'm talking to her.
Yes.
I'd say I'm looking for her best interest.
Yeah.
And she says I can look out for myself. I'm not a child. I'd say no. So how are you gonna get laid?
Yeah, I know.
Because he's
okay,
a pedophile.
I get it now, Matt.
Get it?
I'm sorry.
He only fucks kids.
I feel stupid. I get it. I got it.
How are you gonna get laid if you're dating a pedophile and you're an adult?
Well, maybe, I just thought maybe you wanted both.
Best of both worlds.
I think once you fucking go children, I think you've made your decision.
The best. Of
Yeah, you
both.
can't go back.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It only gets looser from there.
Nobody fucks monkeys and humans, you idiot. You only fuck a monkey. Oh, you fuck. Get some monkey pussy on Tuesday. Let me call Charlene on Thursday. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shut up. Anyway. Yeah, that joke came to me at work, and I was like, oh, so I'm like the whole time I was thinking of it. And then what did I do tonight? That one about the fucking bargain bin that nobody laughed at either. That I thought of today.
I didn't get that. The response to the. It seemed like that would be a good one for that crowd.
I know. I don't actually. I have to listen back. I'm just sometimes in the moment you can't tell which ones worked and which ones didn't.
Yeah.
After you look back at it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to remember that one now. I think that the independent woman one. I fucked it up a little bit because I repeated a line. Because normally I say. You're an adult. Fuck, what is it? You're an adult. It's kind of just expected. You're just supposed to be. I think that's what it is. You're just supposed to be independent. It's bragging about being independent is like bragging about not having AIDS. Sure, it's a good thing, but it's also expected. And then I said it's also expected twice. That's what I said. I was like, you're an adult. It's kind of just expected. And then I was like,
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah, I've done that before where you vary the line on purpose just so you don't repeat yourself, but then you forget to when you finally get on stage.
Because that's the one thing I hate the most is saying the same thing too much in a joke.
Yep. Well, that's with any writing. That's not joke writing. That's just writing
that's true,
period.
yeah.
You should, if you don't have the same word twice in the same sentence, it looks ugly. It sounds bad. Yeah.
Just find it any way around it.
Generally speaking, a thesaurus will make you a better writer like that.
Yeah, it depends. Like, okay, what first caught my eye when I watched my very first set, I did that joke about SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And it says SpongeBob probably like 10 times in a 1 minute joke.
SpongeBob's kind of a funny word though, so it's different.
SpongeBob.
10 is a lot, but I give you a leeway on that because if it's a funny word,
I think I cut it
you can say
down
it
like
over and over again.
just like 6, and I just said, oh, but that's my favorite show. So SpongeBob's my favorite show.
Dude, I had one joke I did like once when I tried doing more like political leaning stuff a little bit into like a month after I started, probably my 4th, 5th set, I started doing some more serious-ish stuff. And I had one where I said Trump peed on a girl 3 times. And then at the end I'm like, I don't have to keep saying this, but I want to. So sometimes repetition can be good.
Yeah, it depends on the situation too.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of what I've been writing lately has been like more observational.
Yeah.
Like I just look at something and I'm like, this is my thought on that. This is my thought on this. And then the odd, just most ridiculous.
Because everybody wants to hear your opinion.
Yeah.
Shit, I can't even say the word.
Then the odd little ridiculous joke about people fucking inflatable sheets. I don't remember how that one went over either.
That one, I don't know. I laughed really hard at it, so I couldn't tell what everybody else was doing.
I had one or two jokes that got applause breaks, but most of the jokes didn't get anything.
Yeah.
I just
It's like I'm
remember
saying,
one
man,
joke,
choosy
so-
motherfuckers.
Yeah. I didn't even go that dark really with them.
No, you
That
could have
was
got a
the-
lot worse.
That was, yeah, I have. Did I swear at you? Did I say fuck at all?
I can't remember that. Well, you said fuck the sheep.
Oh yeah, I did say that. That's right. I thought I watched you fuck a sheep.
Not very much, if any more than that.
What?
Not very much, if any more than
I
that.
usually try very hard to write without swearing. That's what I like to
Pussy.
do. No, it's not even about that. I
You
just
faggot ass
don't
bitch.
see the. I don't want to use that as a crutch, and I think then it's a lot easier to flip it into a clean joke if it's.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fair
obviously, depends on the topic, right? I can't. If I'm talking about rape, I don't think it matters if I.
It would be really
swear,
shitty
right?
if you said having sex with an inflatable sheep wouldn't be nearly as funny.
Well, yeah, there are certain instances, right? And I've said that several times too. I had that joke about the exotic. My friend has an exotic pet, but he calls it an erotic pet. It's a fucking snake.
Yeah.
And I always, that one makes me laugh, even though I've only done it like a couple times.
I like
It's
that one.
very like hit or miss.
I like short jokes.
It also is. I think people need to think about it.
What kind of moron needs to think about that?
No, I just assume if they don't laugh, it's because they need to think about it.
Oh, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
For that joke in particular, they might not just not find it funny, but
Yeah, maybe.
My
Wordplay can get fucky.
my new thing once I start doing even longer sets too is when I do one-liners. When I do, like, I'll do it a little chunk, and I'll say, all right, now I'm gonna do either some really good one-liners or some really bad dad jokes, and then just go into it. And I'm like, I don't know which is which. I'll let you decide. They might just be all bad dad jokes. I don't know. I'm not a dad.
You're gonna find out.
Can't tell.
You're gonna learn today.
Like I had this, I remember I never told it on stage, but I was like, oh, maybe you're having a bad day. Or that's not even how it starts sometimes. The guy, I don't even fucking remember. It's not about the guy who invented the love. She's life must have been really bad.
How do you write, Dan?
What?
Like, what's your
Yeah,
main?
how
What's
do
your
you-
method?
I carry a notebook with me, and I just like
Oh yeah, I've seen your fucking. You have a lot of things written. That's for damn
I
sure.
write a shitload of stuff and don't ever like do any of it. Do anything with most of it.
Well, that's good. I mean, I don't know.
Like-
that's how it should be.
I have
Really.
like 2 notebooks half full of I call them joke graveyards because they're just jokes that I've started writing and abandoned that I eventually plan on coming back to,
Yeah.
and I only end up coming back to like 8% of them.
But is that like by choice? Like the next day, like if you go back to it a week later, you're like, that's shit, or is it just like, well, I have other shit?
Yeah, I just don't like the ones I do have and that I've done. I've only done probably 12. I've only probably got 12 minutes of stuff.
Yeah.
And I've done them as like 2 separate sets that I've done 3 times each.
Okay.
So it's just like a few jokes that I've really liked that I've kind of put together. My first set, I tried to kind of like string everything through and have kind of segues through it.
Yeah. I try to do that, but it goes
But-
off the rails so quick.
My like the stuff that I did tonight was just kind of like I had a bunch of one-liners that I just wanted to try and turn into longer jokes.
Nice. Well, that's good, man.
So
I think.
that's kind of
do you
what I've
plan on
been
going
trying
back
to do.
Like the fucking graveyards? Do you
Oh
plan
yeah,
on going back
absolutely.
to them
Like
and,
there's
working that
there's a
shit?
few in there that I really want to come back to. I haven't like.
You gotta find the right way or
Yeah, exactly.
deliver
That's
it.
what it is. That's
Exactly.
what it is. I can't get the joke in the right place or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I have one that I've done twice, actually 3 times. I put it last week in Hampton, a French gender
Yeah,
joke,
yeah,
like the
yeah.
gender nouns, and I just can't get the laugh right in it.
Mhm.
So I've kind of thrown it to the side for now, and I'll come back to it in probably a couple of weeks.
That's the way you gotta do it too, because there's a lot of people, and I see it all the time too, where they're like, the laugh, there's more potential with it, but they settle for that mediocre laugh.
Yeah.
And you have to sit there, like, you know what, this joke can do a lot better, find a way to make it better, or
Yeah.
just throw it, you know what I mean? If you can't figure it out right then put it onto the side. Like, I've thrown so many jokes because I'm like, I get laughs on it, but it's not the laugh I want to get,
Yeah.
and I don't know how to make it better, so.
Yeah. The problem for me is that eventually that like you can write incomplete jokes way faster than you can write complete jokes.
Yeah.
And right now I just have a mess on my hands of just like, I'm really thinking about like, should I just throw all this shit out? Because most of it's nonsense.
Don't do it
like,
though. Don't though, because
it's so much, man.
Yeah,
Like it
but-
takes
yeah,
so
but- yeah,
long
but
to
dude,
load.
I used to have so much, just a mess. I still have.
I think I at least have to trim it. I at least have to find, okay, this is absolute nonsense. Get rid of that, you know.
Like there were so many jokes that I had that I was like, okay, I like where I'm going here, but I haven't figured out the punch, or I haven't figured out. And then I just sat on it, and eventually I'm just like, hey, just thinking something just like that.
That's the one thing that I can work on though. Like I'll just go sit like at a coffee shop or something and just scroll through the fucking gibberish and hope that something hits me. I'm not really like working on it. I'm not like, oh, what'll finish this joke? I'm just reading it and being like, where was I when I thought of that? What's that about?
Do you remember what joke is the oldest joke you've written? That you have done on stage, maybe? Or that you...
That's a good question. I don't know. No. I'd have to think about it.
My oldest one is the Bill Cosby one. It was the one, I only told it a few times. But it started off, what was it? I don't know. The final version was what was it? I don't even remember. Bill Cosby. If there's one thing that Bill Cosby has taught me, is that a ruby flavored pudding pop will make any girl fall for you.
I remember that one.
Yeah. And it used to be, I played around with that one so many times, and it got smarter, I think, and got less funny because of it.
Yeah.
But not funnier to me, but less funny to like the generic audience, maybe.
Sure.
Because I think it was just more like roofie flavored pudding pop. You have to know, okay, he drugged a girl. You should know that. He was the fucking endorser of fucking pudding pops.
Yeah.
And Fall for You is a play on passing out unconscious and also just falling for you. Like
Yeah. I got it. What was the original?
That just doesn't. The original I said. What was it? It's not a bit late. I haven't been late in a while. Apparently, a ruby flavored pudding pop is more romantic coming from a black guy. Something like that. Or I just recently got laid. I guess a ruby flavored pudding pop is more romantic coming from a white guy.
Oh man, that's. I don't know if you were getting the right laugh with that one. I think you're right. I could see, because like I think that one is more of a thinker, really, to make the connection to Cosby. Because if you're just looking at it simply, you're like, it's just a racial thing. It's like, oh, people would rather take drugs from a white guy. What the fuck? So no, that was a good change to make. Fuck.
Just super racist at that point. It's not, you're like,
If you're not thinking about it.
yeah. You're like, but I do say pudding pop. I do say ruby flavored pudding pop. That's the Cosby reference without saying Cosby.
Yeah.
But
what's your first joke?
that you
remember? The earliest one you wrote down.
Well, the earliest one I wrote down would have been in Ken's Stand and Deliver.
No. As far as ones you've done
like
on a proper
ones I've
show.
done on stage,
Yeah.
is probably my like baby smoking weed one.
I love that joke.
Like,
yeah.
she has tiny fucking lungs.
Yeah.
And I didn't do that until that wasn't until my fourth show that I did that one.
I know you did that at Afternoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that joke.
That was I think that was the first time I did it there, but I've had it for a while.
And now you burned it. Shit.
I know, right? Fuck, wasted. No more. But at Afternoons though, I did two that were very similar. No, it was at No Jokes that Saturday.
Yeah.
I did that one, and then I did one about because you guys weren't there. You guys were in New York, but I did one about. I used to party a lot. I used to do a lot of drugs. I used to do a lot of E, do a lot of acid. But now when I go out, I gotta make sure my daughter's taken care of. So I only give her a quarter of a hit. But I also did the She Has Tiny Lungs one.
Yeah.
So I kind of.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to almost separate them too, because I got
Yeah.
two jokes about my dead grandmother, and I'm like, I can't do both of these at the same time because surprise is her being dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of got to think about that shit. Like, sometimes you want to group things together with a common theme, and sometimes it's like, that's too similar. You got to put it away.
Right? Because I can't sit there and be like, oh, just asked my grandmother a Candy Crush today.
Yeah.
And then the whole, like, I believe she was in debt for 2 years or whatever. But
I hope people love this, like, fucking boring-ass writer talk. Like, none of this is... I mean...
It's still interesting. Okay, you want to hear...
Well, I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I wrote this joke. Because I wrote... The first time I started writing jokes was, like, years ago. But I wrote this one joke that I thought was funny, and I wrote it, like, a long time ago. And I'm trying to remember the full details. But it was about clowns. It has something to do with, like, did you know that the average party clown costs $500 an hour? And did you know that 80% of party clowns are convicted criminals? So why waste $500 on a clown when you can just molest your kid for free?
Cut out the middleman. That's gross, Matt. That's fucked up. Is that true? I always wondered. Like, I always wanted to be
I'm not saying
true.
that they're all pedophiles. I don't know the actual statistics, but
There's a lot of criminal clowns.
It's several $100s for to rent a party clown, and there's a lot of. It depends on where you're renting. You aren't just going to call up an agency that rents clowns.
Yeah.
You probably
Hello,
just
clown
find,
rental agency? Is mobile available this weekend?
You just find.
Oh
clowns.
shit! I'll have to take
You find them on like Kijiji and
Bubbles.
Craigslist and shit, right? On fucking the classified ads. I'm a clown. And,
Jim the Clown.
Yeah, so early Terrence is available this weekend.
It's weird.
Can we call him Terry? No, he insists on Terrence.
He went to Harvard. Harvard Clown College. Can you imagine?
I kind of want to look through all of my old jokes too to see if I have anything that I haven't done on stage. I'm like, hey, this is actually not that bad. Because most of it I just assume is shit.
Yeah, me too. Like, I have so many pages of it that it's
Like, I have pages just from the
Can't look through it all.
last 6 months that I'm like, oh, that's really garbage. But I have like several pages from like a year ago, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
I don't have anything that old. I kind of wish I did, but I was at the beginning. I didn't like anything I was doing, so I just keep throwing it out.
See, I just kept writing and never actually threw it. I just kept writing and I'd write something different and write something different. Then the first time I got on stage, I just wrote what I thought was the funniest 5.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's absolutely just what I did for my first one. I had a whole lot of
And
material.
then I just wrote new stuff out of that. I didn't have, like, I probably had 20 to 30 minutes of stuff written before I stepped on stage. Went with what I thought was the best 5, and then most of it worked, but I still threw half of it, and then I just started writing new stuff. I didn't even go try any of the other stuff that I had.
Yeah.
I just kind of figured, I'm like, hey, this stuff still worked, but it wasn't what I wanted. So I just assumed that if I thought that was my funniest 5, that everything else was worse than that.
Yeah.
So I didn't even bother trying.
I can't say I did that, but I did burn a lot of shit at the beginning where I was like, oh shit, if that's bad, then that's really bad. So I'm kind of with you on that.
Because I had this one joke, and then I tried it again, like, in Hampton at one point. I don't remember, and it didn't work at all. And it was like something about, like, oh, I had to go to the bathroom the other day. I had one of those nervous shits.
What?
Then I got in there, and the toilet seat was warm.
Oh, that makes you even more nervous.
Made me feel like I was rubbing my ass against another man's ass. But I guess the toilet seat was cold. I wound up with like goosebumps and hard nipples. So I guess there's a silver lining. And that was the joke. And then it killed the first time I did it, but it just didn't go as well as all the ones I kept.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm gonna bring it out again and see if my delivery has gotten better, if I can make it better, and it did not go well at all. I was like, fuck.
Well, it's pretty fucked up. I think you need a certain crowd.
What was another joke I did at my first time? I did this one, I was driving the other day, and I was almost in an accident, I saw this girl biking in pink spandex, so I got a little bit distracted. Then as I drove by, I decided to, where was it? Then as I drove by, I decided to look, check her from the front. Maybe she's my future soulmate. Maybe I want to grab her by the pussy, because that was right when that Trump thing was going on.
Yeah.
And then I was like, maybe it was a man, long hair, mustache. Oh, what was the other one? One joke that I did too is like, I'd tell you a few random facts about me. That's when I did the whole part Asian, part Chinese, about 3 inches. That's where that line came from. It's like I'm really good at multitasking. I can drive and use a flashlight at the same time.
That's talent, buddy.
And then what's the
You get all distracted.
another line, and then because I did a throwback that was my very first time because I did that joke. There's 3 random facts. I don't remember what they were, but yeah, one was the Asian one, small dick, multitasking. And there's another one, but then I did a throwback, and I was like, I did the man. I thought it was a woman biking, and it turned out to be a man. I was like, oh, good thing I didn't have my flashlight on me.
I found this in my pile of nonsense. I had a gay friend who for years I didn't know was gay. He tried to sneak it in one night when I was drunk. He was a real snake in the ass.
I actually like that.
That's good.
That's actually really good.
Okay, here's one that's not good. Boxers on a hot day equals waterboarding your penis. What the fuck does that mean?
Oh my god.
Here's one. I've never been religious. That's it. Like, what the fuck? What does this mean? I'm gonna delete that right now, just because that's nothing. But yeah, that's the story of my notebook. It's just fucking ridiculousness.
I have some ridiculous, but my worst ones are one-liners. But
As far as,
some
like-
of my best ones are one-liners too. Like the ones that are just so bad. Are just those are
Like nasty bad or
No,
like
just,
bad
like,
like
not
that don't
funny,
land?
like,
Okay.
they're one-liners. But then some of my best ones.
I think that's kind of people say that the story's a risk because it takes a lot of time, but the one-liner's a risk because it doesn't give people much to relate to. Either you find it funny or you don't, like that.
That's the thing, right? You can engage someone in a story that they can enjoy.
Yeah.
Without necessarily having a laugh, but if you just go up and you hit them with like several one-liners and none of them land,
Yeah.
you're like, fuck, this is brutal.
Yeah. And then you could tell those same one-liners in a different place and do way
Yeah.
better. So yeah, what I said about Joe, I'm starting to regret now that I think about what I just said. Storytelling is probably just as hard. It's just a different beast.
Yeah.
I remember like a little while back, I was like, "Hey, you're on easy mode, you fucker." Not really. I don't mean it, Joe. You're a good guy. You're good at this.
Yeah, that's all we have. We've been workshopping. Is this what Ken's class was like?
A lot, yeah. Actually, it was a lot of just workshopping.
That sounds fun.
I don't even really like think of it as a class so much.
You just get
As
together
a-
and talk about what you wrote.
Exactly. He'd give us like an assignment kind of each week to do, like write a topical bit, write an observational bit, kind of things like that. Do a rant, and then we'd come in and we'd workshop it. Basically, the idea was to get us some like building stuff.
You also
Sure.
play around with different styles too, and it kind of
Yeah.
helps you figure out what your strong suit is and what area you like to work with.
Yeah.
'Cause I've never just been like, okay, I want to do a rant.
Yeah.
Go up on stage and do a rant. I kind of want to do that now, but
Yeah. You gotta force
That's
yourself.
what it was really great about it. First fucking day of class too. We came in. He made us write a bunch of like I am so, I did this kind of fucking jokes. I'm actually just looking back through they're in my joke graveyard. It was right when all like the Donald Trump shit was like, back in what was this, May? All the grabber and the pussy stuff, and like he was just being a ridiculous fucking new president. But at the point, like really badly. One of the ones, and I put a star beside it because I really like this one. I'm reading it now. It's Donald Trump gets so high on himself, the DEA wants to classify him as a Schedule 1 narcotic. Like
That's like a Seth Meyers joke. That's
Yeah,
that's
that's
like
just awful. But
that's when people would grab their chin and nod too. They'd be like,
yes, the joke is topical and it makes sense.
Arif would be like,
How did you hear about Ken's class?
So Carrie was actually on her way to work one day and heard an ad on the radio for the 4-hour. Like she did a different one too. That was like a 4-hour.
He had an ad on the radio, or was just?
It was like the UNB one.
Okay.
And I had been talking about doing stand-up comedy for a long time, like back since I saw that No Jokes was a thing in St. John. And I just hadn't fucking gotten the balls to do it. And Carrie was like, do this class. So I signed up for it. My mom actually paid for it. And that's how I heard about the class. Yeah, long way.
I fucking love that it was No Jokes Bard that got you into it. Not like any allegiance to John or anything, though I do love that place. But like, for most people, I think it was Netflix. I saw people making big moves, and I wanted to be that instead. But for you, it's like I knew that I could do it in this city, and I wanted to do it. I like that.
Yeah.
When did you first hear about No Jokes Bard?
When John first started doing it, like I used to live underneath the Steve Fudge.
Okay.
Literally, just
under his bed.
Just carry him
You had
around.
bunk beds, right?
Yeah.
He didn't know me, but
Yeah,
I
lived
needed a
under
place to
there.
sleep. That motherfucker left his door unlocked. Oh.
Okay.
He lived in Carrie's mom's building, and we lived on like the second floor under him. And I was out one day, I saw a poster for stand-up comedy. I was like, oh, Steve Fudge is in this. This was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I was like, oh, I could probably do this. They, it looks like they just kind of take whoever, and I just never
Steve
fucking
Fudge
did
is
it.
there, they take whoever.
And I just never fucking did it until like.
I feel like everybody
last
dragged
year.
ass on it though. Every single comedian that I've ever talked to has been like, yeah, I wanted to do it for so long, but I just couldn't get the balls to do it.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Fucking being able to step out on stage and just like, here's some things that I find funny. I hope you do too.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a scene around.
Yeah, me either.
Like, cause you started in November. So when was it that you first started? Because you knew Travis, right? So that's how you.
Yeah, I knew about the scene through Travis. Yeah. My first exposure would have been like comedy with balls and shit. I didn't know about No Jokes Bard until like a few months before I did it.
Okay, so you. I knew No Jokes Bard before I knew comedy with balls. And I didn't know any of it. I literally, I'm gonna say, because Shane did the Chuckles, he did the Shane Ogden Presents shows. They were all, but once Chuckles first started, straight up just Chuckles, and they started doing stuff. Someone mentioned that to me. I don't remember who it was. Someone was like, oh, something with Chuckles. And I was like, oh. I didn't know that there was. Alright, knew James Mollinger's name, but I didn't know well. And I didn't really know that there was anything going on. And then it was all Drake. Drake was like, oh, well, my mom knows Shane Ogden because of whatever stuff. And my mom knows, and he just reached out, and then all of a sudden he was like, okay, we need to talk to John Ford, we need to talk to Mark Burnett. And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Reached out to both of them. And I reached out to John in last August. And he was like, it was literally, I reached out to him like 2 days after the August show. Otherwise I probably would have ended up starting in September. Because he's like, oh, check out his show first. Actually, no, September fell on Pat's birthday, which is why I didn't check out that show. And then I didn't check it out until October, but I was busy in November. So that November, I just ended up doing comedy with balls. And the first time I did No Jokes Bard wound up being in January. So, but I like talked to John about it back in August, so it was almost like 6 months from the time I talked to him first until I actually got on the stage. But and I was like, oh shit, there actually is. Because Drake's like, yeah, I think there's a comedy scene, but I'm pretty sure anyone can do it. I think it's just like a bunch of felons and stuff. And I was like,
But bunch of felons and stuff.
Mark's Blued. Is that what you mean?
Yep. Shit.
Fuck. But yeah, that was my. It was never like.
I'm gonna be honest, that was the worst origin story ever.
I know, right?
Marvel will not pick you up.
Yeah, well, fuck Marvel, you know what I mean? I always thought I knew I was gonna try it at some point. I just didn't know when or where.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I probably have to go to a big city to do it.
Yeah.
Go to Yuck Yucks' amateur night. And then once they announced that Yuck Yucks was coming, I was like,
Jizz myself.
okay, I need it now. Now's the time. I didn't want to wait till I didn't want my first time stepping on stage to be Yuck Yucks amateur.
Yeah, that would suck.
I didn't want to be that guy. Nothing wrong with it, but I just felt like there's more pressure because I knew that there would be a crowd.
Now, what a lovely fucking scene we have. I mean, we need more, but really, if we had more, the fan support wouldn't be there. It's fine.
Right. Yeah, you just gotta find. You know what I mean? If you do, like, if I want to reach out to. They're almost done rebuilding the Pizza Delight in Hampton. And
Yeah.
they have a bar there. And I want to see what that looks like and see if it's a potential venue for an open mic.
Get that shit going in the wintertime, man.
And
Have
just-
the golf club in the summer and that in the
Just
winter.
have a straight up open mic there. And then, you know what I mean?
I imagine that the if there were any walk-ons, Hampton open mic walk-ons would not exactly be the best.
Oh, I don't give a shit about. Oh, there's a deer. The walk-ons. No, just if you get the venue to say, hey, this night is comedy night. Come check out some open mic comedy. If you're interested in trying, reach out to Matt Keenan for a spot or something like that. Now just go to the genre. But yeah, Mary, come check out the show. If you like it, you want to do it, let me know. We'll go from there. Then you draw in a crowd, and it's Hampton too. Like the biggest thing with the golf course is I don't think enough people actually know about the show.
Yeah.
Like I do a sponsored ad, and I do, but like the golf course doesn't put any effort into really selling the show. Not that they should, because they're not really. I mean, they're making some off of it, but not much.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like we're charging a door fee and they're getting money off of that. They're staying open a little bit later than they might,
Yeah.
and they're getting
A couple extra meals.
extra meals or drink sales out of it.
Yeah.
So it's like because the golf is the bar.
The time that I talked to the owner, or at least whoever the fuck was behind the counter, he seemed really stoked on it. He seemed very happy about it.
Derek's awesome. So is Krista. But like the golf course, the GM and stuff, he's cool too. But like like the golf course itself. So what happens is like they lease out the golf course, the bar and the grill. So Derek and Krista are the ones who took over that. But there's no rent. It's just you pay a percentage. So like, if they make an extra $200, it's not really that much actually for the golf course itself.
Oh, just go straight through here.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know where the fuck I'm going.
Yeah. I think the
Lost.
outskirts might be the way to go as far as getting more
Just
stages.
side
St.
routes,
John's
just little
fucking
side routes,
saturated.
right? Keep if afternoons could become a Sunday evening thing.
Nuh-uh. Sunday or Thursday night.
You're not
Let's
going to
get
get
a good
Thursday. You're
time.
not going to get Thursday.
Why not?
Because
What if we
Thursday in the
fucking blow
sun
this
because
shit up?
no, because Thursday in the summertime is fucking Country Star, and they will fucking that it's going to kick
If you're
ass.
to get it out of like the
Okay, country music or comedy? What do you think?
For us, comedy.
For
For
most-
everybody else,
For
St. John,
anybody
it's fucking
I
country
want to
music.
talk to, it's
yeah.
comedy.
But there's going to be like 700 people there, and none of them are going to be at comedy.
I don't want to talk to
And
those
all
people.
we're going to hear is people coming in and out of the bar to
Did
get
you hear the
drinks
song that
because they want-
Splood played on John Forward's podcast?
Yeah, I actually didn't mind
It
it.
was so bad.
I actually didn't mind it.
I like
enjoyed
Splood's
it.
taste
I
in
enjoyed
music,
it,
so I
Splood.
was surprised how bad that was.
No, I
It
think
was
just a Sunday evening, man. You don't need. You're competing with Yucks too, right? If you get a Sunday evening, it's just something for someone to do on a Sunday evening.
Wednesday, Tuesday. I don't know. Sunday night just seems like who the fuck goes. I've never. Okay, that's not true. Who the fuck goes out on Sunday night though?
A lot of people do. What?
Nobody crosses.
Oh yeah, but I'll let this. I was not paying attention to what's going on, to be honest. Okay, you're not crossing. Okay, cool. All right. In Halifax, I mean, Toothy Moose is on the Sunday night, and that always seems like a wicked time.
Halifax is a lot bigger city, though.
It is, but like, I don't know. I think
Uptown closes down at 5 p.m. on Sunday. There's nothing open. There's no reason to be there after 5 p.m.
I think you just stop bitching, man. It's still a stage.
I'm just saying there's better days than Sunday. There's
I'm
way
still
better days
saying
than
that
Sunday.
Sunday
We can change the
evening-
name and not
Sunday,
be Sunday
where the fuck am I
afternoons.
going? I don't remember.
Not this one, but the next one, right?
Sunday evening is better than Sunday afternoon. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm saying, like, Thursday, you're right, probably a challenge. But, like, even Wednesday, Tuesday, anything's better than Sunday, dude.
But you can
Nobody's
get everyone,
downtown
right?
on Sunday.
You still get everyone.
Yeah, but
get every
that
night
needs
of
to
the
be
week.
people who are intentionally
spots.
going down there to watch it. And we already have that. What we need to do is lure in new people. That's why I want a good nighttime spot on the boardwalk where non-comedy fans will see comedy. Because Sunday night, it's only going to be people that want to go already. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to, we're going to get this a better spot where non-comedy fans will be around it, and then I can fucking wash my hands.
Further.
Yeah. I just know it's somewhere.
Yeah.
This has been an interesting podcast where we've just been workshopping. If
Talking
you
about stuff and
think-
things.
If you think we know what we're talking about and you want to book us, reach out to MattKeenanComedy.com.
If you think we don't know what you're
Where do we
talking
go?
about,
That's my Phil Smith impression.
you're wrong.
The street right here,
Alright.
and the first street on your
Coming up, we got
left.
He was. I
New
found him
Brunswick?
actually pretty funny tonight.
New Brunswick's
I
funniest.
like to
here.
make fun of him, but
New
that was a good night.
New Brunswick's funniest. Gonna hit this
Look at
raccoon.
this fucking idiot.
Gonna hit this coon with my car. Oh, I don't hit raccoons, just the other coons. Black
This one
coons.
right here on the.
I was looking at you like I knew.
Raccoons or black coons? This one, right?
Yeah. No, just pick one of them.
All right, so nice racist joke at the end of the podcast. Huh?
You're welcome.
Pleasure having you.
Right on. Thanks for having me on.
Not a problem. It was kind of, I don't know how to take my seatbelt off, but.
Come on in.
We're just going to bed here.
All right.
We're gonna crawl into bed with you.
All right.
1 a.m.
Is it 1 a.m.? Holy shit.
I mean, later.
See ya.